to Wren High School, where the Canes and Fury do battle today. As you see, Eli White as the new jerseys for all the MLB players drafted from Wren High School get their honor here as the Canes take the field. Before we get things started, I would like everyone to stop and pray for the Thompsons, as David's mother-in-law Deb is in the hospital. We all know in the last year how powerful our prayers can be, so please stop and say a prayer for the Thompsons if you can, as the Canes get set to go to work today. On the mound tonight, Jake Hart, as the Canes have seen throughout the season, the young gun right-hander, try to get a win today here at home. Almost said last night, as Austin told me not too earlier. Monday night, the Canes traveled to Fountain Inn and lost 11-1 in 6. Of course, the big junior for the Fury, Braden Passmore, pitched 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. For the Canes, a couple guys went 1 for 2, 1 for 3. Connor Johnson, Bolton Pritchard, Max Whitfield, Grayson Austin, and Carson Bryant. As you see the Fountain Inn Furies line up to get things started. Carter Kelly at shortstop. The left-hander will get things started against Mr. Hart on the mound. First pitch swinging, ground to second. Nice play from Wincop, the new leadoff man for the Canes, as his bat's been hot and has also been pure in the field as well. Lucas Cannon in the 2-hole, playing center field for the Fury tonight. Of course, as you saw coming in, the Fountain Inn Fury coming in at 20-4, 12-1, first and 4 ARPI. As Jake starts him off with strike 1. Swing and a miss and an off speed in the dirt. Strike 2 is Hart's ahead. Fouls off pitch number 3. Get our stream deck board all situated here at home. 0-2 count for Hart versus Cannon. Delivery from 12. As that one's lined to center. Bryant takes a couple steps back. Not a lot of places you can hit it where one won't go get it. 2 up, 2 down for Hart. Man on the mound, Joel Irizarry. Steps into the box here, 2 outs, top of the first. Canes trying to go quickly here in the top half of the inning. First pitch misses outside. That one line fouls. Hart comes back 1-1. As you can see, for the first time this season, I think we have a behind the plate cam. Also, Ethan to my left, as that one's lined between Austin and Pritchard at third and short for the first knock of the ball game for the Fury. As the man on the mound helps himself out with a single. Zach Madden will run for the Fury. And Anderson Hayes, the designated hitter, will hit for Fountain Inn. Canes defensively in the infield. Cooper Sanders at first, Wincop at second, Austin at short, and Pritchard at third. Outfield, McCaffrey in right, Bryant in center, and Whitfield in left. Hard comes set. First pitch, big swing and miss on the off speed 0-1. Runner moving, throw down from Johnson. Not in time as Madden beats it out. That puts us at a 1-1 count with 2 outs as Hart versus Hayes continues. Madden leads off second. That one misses high. Hart, Vincent, 2 of the main guys in the rotation throughout the year, along with Bryant, McCaffrey at some points. Of course, the first time we've seen Hart start this season here at home is that one misses low, and Hayes grabs control with 3-1. D. Suber, second baseman, on deck. Hart trying to run it full. He comes set. Takes a look at Madden, and he'll step off. And that angle kind of helps us with the guy on second, being able to see him lead off from behind the catcher. 3-1 delivery from Jake. Big swing and miss on the off speed once again. Chance to get back in the dugout here in the top of the first. Does he go back to that off-speed 3-2 as Hart comes set? And he swings and misses. Caught by Johnson. And Hart ends it on a strikeout as the Canes are due up when we come back here in Piedmont, right here on the Wren Broadcast Network.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Greenville, South Carolina market? Look no further than Klinger Real Estate. For years, Alicia and Glenn Klinger have been the trusted names in the Greenville market, offering expert knowledge and personalized service. They know the market inside and out and will help you every step of the way. So whether you're buying your dream home or selling your property, they are committed to making the process smooth and stress-free. Klinger Real Estate, where experience meets excellence. Call today and let's make your real estate dreams a reality.
Looking for a transportation partner that's got it all? Choose Compass for seamless international and domestic freight solutions. Need full truckload, LTL, LCL, FCL, or air freight cargo moved? No problem. Choose Compass. Trust Compass Logistics, Inc. to handle your imports, exports, and domestic shipments with speed, precision, and value. Compass Logistics, Inc., where your cargo meets its destination with ease.
At Papa Bear Car Wash, we are taking your typical car wash experience and putting a personal touch on it here in South Carolina. At Papa Bear, you don't just get a clean, dry, shiny car. You also get a feeling of family and a community partner, always supporting great local causes in our communities. Here at PB, we have incredible fundraising opportunities to serve sports teams, clubs, nonprofits, churches, and more. Car washing is our passion. Family is at our core. Only the best for the PB family. See you soon.
Back here in Piedmont on the mound for the Fury, Joel Irizarry, who got that lone single there on the top of the first. He'll face the new leadoff man in Chip Wincap, who's rocking a hot bat. Grayson Austin, Connor Johnson, Cooper Sanders in the 4-hole. Carson Bryant, Max Whitfield, Tyler Youngblood at DH. Colin McCaffrey and Bolton Pritchard. Rounds out year 9 for the Canes. Wincap trying to get things started. As he swings and misses on pitch number 1 from Irizarry. Joel, one of those right-handers, I believe that was a big part of their season a year ago. Second pitch misses low, evens it up 1 apiece with no one out. Ground ball past the shortstop. Wincop gets things started with a leadoff single for the Canes. That's exactly what you think is going to happen when you move a hot bat like Wincop up in the order. Let's see if the wheels are moving there at first for 2, but Grayson Austin steps into the box. Coach Thompson calls out his signals for Shep. Game's trying to get to Irizarry here early and often. Delivery from 21. So he goes fastball for strike 1. Wincop leads off first after the leadoff single. Swing and a miss from Austin on the off speed, quickly behind 0-2. Irizarry looking for out number 1. Austin trying to stay alive. As Irizarry strikes out Austin for out number 1. Brings up Connor Johnson, the left-handed catcher, as he'll get some notes from 6. Irizarry shown the velocity and then the big breaker to Austin twice, back-to-back. What's the plan versus Johnson? As Wincop almost picked off back in safely at first. Oh. I saw the safe call from the guy at second, and now they'll change it and call him out. I know everyone else also saw that at home because that's where I was looking on the screen. As that pitch misses for ball 1. One nothing count here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Johnson trying to keep the inning rolling. As Irizarry comes back with strike 1 to even it up with 2 outs. Cooper Sanders on deck in the 4-hole. Big swing and miss, foul tip to make it 1-2 for 27. As Irizarry started with a leadoff single. Trying to get through his half of the inning with no runs given up as well. As Johnson off the end of the bat. Irizarry throw over in time for out number 3. As we head to inning number 2 quickly here in Piedmont. Canes and Fury tied at 0.
I walk into Sparrow Financial, they know me by name. They make you feel at home.
We have our personal checking account, we have our business account. My boys are the beneficiaries of that too with their accounts at Sparrow.
They truly care about you and helping you understand what your best options are going to be.
From in-branch to online, it's personality and relationships. And that's what will be there for quite some time.
If you want financial freedom, they got your back.
I wouldn't pick any other banking institution other than Sparrow Financial.
further than the GoFan app. Your one-stop shop for season tickets and game tickets to every Wren Hurricane athletic event. With GoFan, it's never been easier to secure your seat and support your team. Just download the app, find your game, and purchase your tickets in a snap. Don't miss out on any of the excitement. Get your tickets now on GoFan and cheer on the Hurricanes to victory.
Back here in Piedmont, second baseman D. Suber will get things started for the Fury. Sophomore right-hander Jake Hart looking for another quick half inning here at home. Suber, Stappa, and Sadler due up for Fountain Inn. First one jolted into right, and it will find ground. As Suber rounds first looking for second, throw in gets past Austin, but will be stopped by Pritchard. Leadoff double for D. Suber. As the Fury threatening quickly here in the top half of the second. Dom Stopa. Joked with Austin earlier, would love if it was Stappa. Pickoff move for second. Not in time. Suber's back in safely. Stopa playing right tonight for the Fury. Off speed inside. Runner stays where he is. If you didn't know each team's record, now you do. If I say they keep changing, that's that one jolted in the center. Bryant takes a couple steps back, but Suber will tag from second safely into third as Stopa does a job and gets his guy over. Nick Sadler, the first baseman, due up now for the Fury.
First baseman, Nick Sadler.
Coach Thompson questioning the tag up from second to third, and a change from the umps. One out, runner in scoring position. Sophomore right-hander comes set, delivers. Off speed just a bit low, 1-0. Second pitch almost clips an edge, 2-0 now to Nick Sadler. That one is down the line at third, called fair. That'll score one. Takes the round to second, throw in not in time. Two doubles give the Fury a run here in the top of the second.
Right fielder, Austin Holtzy.
As Austin Holtzy, the right fielder, steps into the box. Mason Guillen, the catcher, right behind him. Then we're back to the top of the lineup.
Here we go, Jake.
First pitch low. As Holtzy jumps ahead. Sadler off second as Hart comes set. Big swing and miss to even it up 1 apiece. Hart looking to grab control in a 1-1 count. As that one socked to second. Cleanly picked by Wincop, and there's out number 2. Here in the top of the second. Hart trying to keep it right where it is as Mason Guion steps into the box catching tonight. Top of the lineup behind him and Carter Kelly. Of course, head coach over there in Fallon M, Blake Rowland. Nice name. His Hart barely misses there. Falls behind 1-0. Rolling in the young success of this program. It's definitely put people on notice here in 4A. As that one's up the middle. Diving stop by Austin. Throw over in time for out number 3. As 6 makes it look easy, and we head to the bottom of the second here in Piedmont.
Thanks for watching the Wren Broadcast Network. If you'd like to become a sponsor, email Austin Tripp or Stan Yarborough for more information. Thank you to Consolidated Pipe and Supply for sponsoring the Wren Broadcast Network. For all your piping supplies, business or residential, we do it all. Just give us a call. Consolidated Pipe and Supply, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday to Friday, 864-964-9370.
So back here in Piedmont, some mid-inning extracurriculars have taken place. I believe Guillen is out of this one. Blake Rowland could be next if this keeps going the way it looks. It looks like D. Suber has moved from second to catcher. So that means we have a new second baseman for the Fury. And a big bat for the Canes that could change momentum in their direction is in the batter's box, and Cooper Sanders. As we'll see what the baseball gods have in store here in the bottom of the second. Joel Irizarry still in the mound for the Fury. Catch anyone up mid-inning. It looked like after the Austin play that kind of caught Guillen off guard. There were some words exchanged as he ran off the field, and then Blake Rowland had some problems with the umpires after that, as Irizarry's back and ready to go for strike one. As this one could get tense the longer we go here at home.
Let's go, Big Coop. Let's go, man.
Both dugouts going to be fired up. 0-1 delivery from Irizarry. Swing and miss on the off speed as Sanders quickly behind here in the bottom of the second. Both crowds extra amped. 0-2 is Irizarry looking for a K. Fastball misses, 1-2. One and two delivery from 2-1. Swing and miss, gets to the backstop though. Throw down for Suber. Gets him off the base, and Sanders is safe. He strikes out but gets back on to start off the bottom of the second. And Rowland's on the field. Grabbing and talking to the umpire as what happened in the middle of the inning has rolled over into the bottom of the second, which I had an awful feeling about. But as you could see on stream, that throw was a little high, brings him off. I don't think he ever got back on the base after the fact of coming off of it. And Sanders showing you the wheels down the line. Gets on safely. Goes back to Suber, goes from second to catcher. Not having the regular guy back there.
Expect a hard tag coming.
And quickly it cost the Fury as now the Canes have a base runner on that probably shouldn't have been. Looks like everyone's now set to go. Number one will step into the box. Carson Bryant, the young gun center fielder. And Sanders leads out first.
Let's go, baby. Here we go, one. Let's go, Carson.
Carson looking for a bunt. They call him safe. He's safe at second. Throw to first is in time. Carson didn't know if it was fair or not, as the Canes will now have one out here in the bottom of the second, but a runner in scoring position for number 4 in Max Whitfield. And as the fans were letting Carson know, yes, out at first hurts, but it does the job and gets Sanders in scoring position. Whitfield, Youngblood, McCaffrey in order for the Canes. One out here in the bottom of the second. Foul tilt from Whitfield. Kind of swapped here with Windcap in the lineup. Second pitch in for strike two. Looked a little up. Whitfield behind nonetheless. 0-2 for Irizarry. And Whitfield stays alive with one out. Seen so many big-time games early in the season from 4. Can they give the Canes a jolt of momentum here in the second? Irizarry comes set in 0-2. Swing and miss in the dirt. They'll call Whitfield out. And Super collects it behind him as Irizarry gets a K. Ty Youngblood, the designated hitter, will step in for the Canes, trying to capitalize with a runner in scoring position.
Let's go, Youngblood. Trade places right here. Let's go.
Righty on righty matchup here with 2 outs. And what feels like a big moment early. Swing and miss from 20. As Irizarry feels like he's been rolling from the jump. Ground ball to third. Picked cleanly, throw over. In time for out number 3 as Irizarry works out of a jam. And the Furies still lead 1-0 as we head to the third here at home.
Auto Dose Smart Machine. Like a Bosch. Saving water, be more green. Like a Bosch. Dishes dry straight away. Like a Bosch. Energy gets label A. Like a Bosch. Healthy food longer fresh. Like a Bosch. Eat 'em all, much less trash. Like a Bosch.
Live more sustainably, like a Bosch, with many solutions that can lead to a better way of living. From Bosch.
Johnson as Carter Kelly looks to get back in the box. Want to take this opportunity. If you weren't tuned in early in this one, please send a prayer to the Thompson family as David's mother-in-law Deb's in the hospital. I would like for everyone to send a prayer their way, as we all know in the last year how much our prayers have worked here in Piedmont.
Here we go, Jake. Come on, Jake.
Jake Hart looking for a quick top of the third. Ground ball to short. The vacuum throw over side. Ways is not in time as Fountain gets a leadoff single. But a crazy range from the shortstop and Grayson Austin to even get to that one. Here in the top of the third. There for a second, my mind was breaking. I thought he was going to make the play. You could hear I wanted him to. Lucas Cannon steps in, 0-1 with a fly out in the 2-hole for the Fury. Pickoff move in time from Hart for out number 1, and that clears the bases here in the top of the third as the Canes get a little bit of momentum. And in our minds, we can say Grayson Austin made the play. As Hart's pickoff move works to perfection, looking for the outside corner, misses closely 1-0. Swinging just tipped, even up 1-1. If you're an outsider tuning in, kind of feels like a playoff atmosphere here at home against the number 1 4A team as that one's lifted into left center. Center fielder Carson Bryant fading towards the wall as that will bounce against the fence. And Lucas Cannon in with a 1-out double here in the top of the third. As the man on the mound has an opportunity to help himself once again, Joel Irizarry, who's already 1-for-1 with a single here tonight. Hart was able to limit the damage there in the first. looking for a pop-up or a strikeout here. That one finds the strike zone as he jumps ahead 0-1. That's what you feel. Hart's kind of been missing the last couple of at-bats. 0-1 delivery from 12. Comes inside, gets Irizarry off the plate, evens it up one apiece. Cloud cover, a little bit of wind. Heavenly here in a big-time game. Pickoff move to second, not in time. One and one delivery from Hart. Misses low and away. As Irizarry jumps ahead 2-1. Anderson Hayes, the DH on deck for Fountain Inn. Irizarry grabs one, lifted in the center. Right fielder makes the play. Colin McCaffrey throw in, not in time as Cannon tags up and advances to third. But a big second out for Hart as Anderson Hayes steps in. Struck out his first time up.
Hey, let's go, Jake. Let's go, baby.
It's Hart with an opportunity to get out of it once again here on the top of the third. Finds the outside corner for strike one. Oh, 1. This is low, evens it up. Nice block from Johnson behind the plate. D. Suber stands on deck now, the catcher for the Fury. Big swing and miss as Hart jumps ahead 1-2. And will the story repeat itself in the matchup of Hart and Hayes? Hayes looking to make it a 2-run ball game. Hart trying to get back in the dugout. 1-2 delivery. Misses low. Another nice block from Johnson. Two outs here on top of the third. Hart trying to get the Canes back in the dugout. As that one's lifted in the right, but looks like a simple pop-up for McCaffrey as he calls off Bryant for out number 3 as Hart gets the Canes into the dugout. Fury lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third.
Lumber, now hiring Pittsburgh area manager trainees. Apply today and receive an $840 signing bonus.
Is your current home cramping your style? Or maybe your nest has become too empty? Selling a home on your own can be frustrating and confusing, not to mention all that paperwork. Don't lose sleep stressing over selling your home. Glenn and Alicia Klinger serve the greater Greenville, South Carolina market and will help you get your home sold and find a new one that best fits your list of wants and needs. You can spend your time dreaming of your next home.
Back here in Piedmont, Colin McCaffrey will get things started for the Canes. Bolton Pritchard behind him. Then the top of the lineup in Shep Wincott. Of course, Colin McCaffrey had that heroic pitching performance to keep the Canes in it against Westside.
Hey, let's go, C-Mac. Let's go, baby.
Can he be big with a bat here to start off the third? Swinging and misses. Irizarry jumps ahead 0-1. And Irizarry's used that off speed to his advantage as McCaffrey lifts that one foul. The eerie feeling of not knowing where it's going. 0-2 for Irizarry versus C-Mac. As Colin stays alive at 0-2. 21 has pumped the strike zone tonight. Five staying alive again. And also shows you why this team is number 1 in 4A, going from a guy like Passmore to Irizarry here tonight. That one misses up. Popped up. Shortstop calls everyone off and makes the play for out number 1. Walks us into the third baseman for the Canes, Bolton Pritchard. Feel like every time I see him, he has a big knock, big play, big moment. That one misses inside. Irizarry comes back with a fastball to even it up 1 apiece. Misses up as Pritchard jumps ahead 2-1. Max Whitfield probably sending the dugout saying that was a strike for me earlier. And now Pritchard in total control at 3-1. Also would be big to have the wheels of 3 on base. As Pritchard grabs that one and drives it into left field. Left fielder going back, and he'll make the play close to the fence for out number 2. But a nice at-bat for 3 nonetheless. Walks us into the leadoff man in Shep Wincott, who's already got a knock tonight, playing second base for the Canes. Joel starts him off with strike 1.
Let's go, Shepard.
Back-to-back strikes from Irizarry, and now Wincott in the hole 0-2. Delivery from 21. Misses away. And swing and miss from 2 as Irizarry goes 1-2-3. We head to the top of the 4th here in Piedmont.
A 30-second commercial isn't a lot of time to tell you that. It's about time you got the care you deserve. You'll always feel heard by your doctor, never hurried. No unanswered questions, no brief conversations. Just the personalized care that's right for you. So, although this commercial is almost over, we'd love to continue the conversation. Because the more time that our doctors dedicate to you means more time for you to do the things you love. CenterWell Senior Primary Care. It's about time.
How can we make you smile today? Preferred Home Services.
You want your day to be perfect, whether it's your wedding, prom, pageant, or homecoming. Demetra Designs understands. Voted best in the upstate, Demetra Designs is the upstate's largest full-service bridal emporium, featuring top designers for pageant, homecoming, and prom. Offering the selection of a major city retailer. From hair to makeup to photos, Demetra is committed to making all eyes turn when you enter the room. Visit our website right now. Print your instant Demetra formal wear savings coupon. Demetra Designs Bridal Emporium, Pleasantburg Drive, Greenville.
Throwdown from Johnson right back here on the Wren Broadcast Network. Jake Hart looking for another quick inning for the Canes.
Leading off the top half of the fourth inning for Fountain Inn, catcher D.
Super gets things started. He had a double on his first time up. Pop up after some Dolphin noises from the dugout. Wincop trying to make the play, and he drops it in right field. Throw to second. Not in time as Super with a different kind of double here in the top of the fourth. As Wincop almost able to make that play in shallow right. And Jake Hart gets off to an unfortunate start here in the top of the fourth. Dom Stappa and left tonight, 0 for 1 with a fly out.
Number 7, Daniel Rentz, running for Fountain Inn at second base.
I believe Daniel Rentz is a runner at second for the Fury. Big off move to second. Not in time. With no one out. Stupa, Sadler, and Holtz do up for the Fury. Don't know where that one missed, but Hart starts Stupa off with the ball. Ground ball to short. Austin picks it cleanly. Gets the lead runner out at third for out number 1. Great decision from the captain here on the infield and Grayson Austin. Nick Sadler steps in for the Fury with 1 on, 1 out. Had a double and RBI earlier in this one. Fountain Inn has their own Vandy Whistler here in attendance. It's not whistling, though. As Hart misses low. Comes back with strike 1 to even it up 1 apiece. Would love a ground ball up the middle between 2 and 6. As Hart steps off. One as Hart comes set. There goes the runner, throw down for Shep, and he catches him. Connor Johnson with a laser to second for out number 2. As the senior strikes here at home to clear the bases. He gets a thumbs up to the dugout. And little does he know, everyone at home as well. As that one skied in the left. Left fielder Max Whitfield jogs backwards, and he'll make the play at the fence. And Hart with an unconventional quick 3 outs as well. Head to the bottom of the 4th here at home.
Don't worry, your house will sell in no time. Let's hope for the best. Congratulations. Brick houses tend to make life easier. Building an all-brick home can make all the difference in resale value. Choose brick and enjoy peace of mind wherever life may take you.
Here in Piedmont, throwdown done. I believe the state champion Rent Wargo was around here somewhere, so I give him a shout out here on the Wren Broadcast Network. Oh, tag from earlier with Ship Windcamp, I believe, with Nick Sadler's trainer Johnny will get him all situated. I was waiting on Ethan to hear it and just slowly move that camera over. Everyone gets a little look at the GOAT. Trainer going to work.
Back from
Paternity leave. He's a father. Congratulations to Johnny. Oh! No more breathing for him. No more breathing through the nose, at least. I should walk that back. On the bottom of the fourth, number one team here in 4A, only up one, as the Canes trying to tie things up or take the lead here at home. Looks like they'll give Irizarry another pitch. Or a chance for him to get warmed back up after the stoppage. But if you're a Fury fan, you're thinking Irizarry's kind of dealing, let him roll. Can the Canes change that? Grayson Austin will try to get things started. Connor Johnson behind him. Cooper Sanders in the hole. So a big opportunity here with some big bats for the blue and gold. As Austin slaps one down the left field line. That one's going to get all the way to the fence. Not picked up cleanly, and Austin will be in safely with a leadoff double to get the Canes started here in the fourth. He'll take the yellow gloves off, give it to Coach Wise. As Connor Johnson tries to drive him in. Back-to-back big bats for the Canes. Of course, if you were tuned in, Johnson with that walk-off on senior night versus the Red Raiders from Greenville. Irizarry in his first real early trouble here. As that one finds the outside corner. That's about as away as we've seen a strike call tonight. Big swing from Johnson. The south speed falls in the dirt. 27 behind 0-2. Joel looking for a K. Connor looking for a hole. As Irizarry delivers and Johnson stays alive as that one fades foul. Couple people's front yards over there. Bad place to set up shop. 0-2. Johnson back up the middle, gets over the shortstop's head. Austin being told to stop at third, and now the Canes will have him on the corners here in Piedmont with no one out, and Cooper Sanders walking in the batter's box. And has Blake Miller been itching to call a Cooper Sanders home run? And what a flip of the script it would be here in the bottom of the fourth. Gage Knighton, the courtesy runner, on first for Connor Johnson. Here Rosari comes, set, and delivers. Big swing and miss from 30 as he falls behind.
Hey, focus in, let's go! Sorry, guys.
21 comes set, 0-1 delivery from Irizarry as that one finds the inside half of the plate. And Sanders, like Johnson, quickly behind 0-2.
Come on, Coot, put in play.
21 comes set, 0-2 delivery. And ground ball off the end of the bat to second. Throws to second, he's safe. Everyone's safe. The Canes score one and tie it up and still have 2 on. What a swing it is off the end of Sanders' bat, and everything has changed, and Roland will have another conversation with the umpire he's had a lot of conversations with tonight. It looked close there at second. He said he was off the bag. I didn't think it was a timing thing. I thought the throw beat him, but he said the foot was off the bag. And that it must have been, as David Thompson says. And now Roland will have a chat with his infield as everything's all tied up. And the little old Canes have it all tied up against what is considered the best team here in 4A. And what a big win it would be as the Canes need to climb up the region standings totem pole as we hit the end of the season. Austin will pull it up as Fountain Inn, of course, sits at the top. Lawrence right behind him. But as we know, the Canes and the Lawrence Raiders early in the season, those 2 walk-off wins back-to-back, those could win either way. West Side, the Canes were in 2 of those games as well. Emerald right behind the Canes at 9-12 overall. But a lot of shuffling that can happen in the last couple of weeks, as the Canes also have the Tigers from Southside looming, I believe, next week or the week after. Is it next week? I was right the first time. Carson Bryant steps in the box. And Bryant trying to lay down a bunt once again. Last time up, laid one down. Didn't think it was fair. And was eventually thrown out at first. Big time defensive plays from one have happened all season. He's shown off the wheels. Can he lay down the bunt here in the fourth? Brings it back and takes a swing and falls behind 0-2. No one out, 2 on. Tie ball game here in the fourth. Irizarry steps off and resets. Swing and miss from Bryant on a pitch a little outside. Irizarry grabs out number 1. Which walks us into what has been a clutch bat for the Canes at times, and Max Whitfield playing left tonight. Big chance here for the Kings to take the lead. Here's Ari comes set and delivers. As that one misses low. Gotta think also a lot of these guys at the bottom lineup, some wheels. The Canes turn back to the bunt anytime soon. As that one misses low as well. Full control for 4. Also like to thank everyone tuning in tonight. All of our sponsors that make this thing happen. Another conversation with Blake Rowan here in the bottom of the 4th. And the problems that we've seen throughout tonight. A new problem would not shock many. Coach Thompson goes out to make sure everything's okay. 2-0. 1 out as Subaru returns to his catching position. Here's Ari comes set in the 2-0. That one. And back to the conversation we had with Bolton Pritchard. Max Whitfield not getting those calls at the chest. Not tonight, at least. 2-1 with 1 out. That one misses low, and what should have been a 4-pitch walk, if you're Max Whitfield, you believe, is now a 3-1. And you're in control. Maybe you're Rosari keeping eyes on second. 3-1-4. Grounded to second. He drops it. Throw to first. Not in time. Whitfield safe. Bases loaded with 1 out here in the 4th. Ty Youngblood walks into the box. Youngblood with a big opportunity here. Colin McCaffrey behind him and Bolton Pritchard in the hole for the Canes. As we're knotted up at 1 in Piedmont. First pitch in for strike 1. And after Irizarry was very careful with Whitfield. Attacks 20 on pitch 1, and Randy will make a switch at second for Coop Sanders. Brings in Austin Vincent, something he did in that game against the Raiders as well. Vincent rocking the glasses. Of course, a big-time pitcher for the Canes. Also got some wheels himself. Back to a big moment here. 0-1, 1 out. Irizarry versus Youngblood. That one misses up.
We don't know why he does a lot of things.
21 comes set again, 1-1 delivery. Looking for that outside corner, misses as Youngblood grabs control with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Misses low, 3-1, now threatening to walk one in as Youngblood has the count he wants now. Bottom bottom of the fourth. Where does Irizarry go with this one? You got to think fastball, as he's not had a lot of control with the outspeed of late. 3-1 delivery. Ground ball. Down in the hole. Canes score one. AV's going to stay where he is as the right fielder comes up cleanly. And now the ball is thrown away as AV's in. He pushes his teammates around. The Canes grab two with an error, and they lead 3-1. What a switch of momentum. And what looked like the right fielder came up cleanly with a ball in right. Had to throw it to the second baseman. And no one was ready for it.
It was. Should be 3-1.
Colin McCaffrey, chance to keep it rolling. As Irizarry steps off. McCaffrey in the box, Pritchard on deck on the top of the lineup, and Wincott in the hole for the Canes. Swing and miss from McCaffrey as he falls behind 0-1. Golfed in the right fielder takes a couple steps back to make the play. Throw to second as Whitfield tags and moves up. As Bolton Pritchard will have 2 outs and 2 on here in the bottom of the fourth. Irizarry's had to lean on the fastballs. What can Pritchard do with it? First pitch in for strike one. It looks like he went back to the off speed, able to find some control to jump ahead 0-1. Pritchard gave a jolt to one in his first AB in the left to the fence. And that one's slapped into right. That'll score one more. Youngblood takes the round to second. He's in safely. The Canes have him on the corners and add another one. As Bolton Pritchard comes in big with 2 outs for the Canes. And Chef Wincott due up as now the Canes partying in the dugout. Up 3 in the fourth over the number 1 team in 4A.
Let's go, Shep.
Chance to force a rubber game later on in the week. Two outs for Irizarry versus Wincott. Got this thing started with a single. Sees the first pitch for ball 1. Goes away. Shep grabs control 2-0. Grayson Austin now stands on deck. Who, if I am right, started this thing off with a double as Wincott, big swing and follow through, and the throwdown hits the bat. And if you're a Cane fan, your argument is batter has the right to the batter's box. And now Suber grabbing his hand, already Starting catcher Mason Guillen got thrown out earlier in this one. So a big decision for the Fury if Suber can't keep going. Question would be, do you have anyone else that can play catcher? In high school baseball, that is a hard thing to find.
Let's get Shiesty Boy, Mr. Boombox himself. There you go, Ethan.
See the Fury dugout. They could be talking, hey, you play catcher? Hopefully D. Suber can continue for the Fury. But if you're Suber, you're thinking, I just fully threw a baseball into a metal bat. I don't think that's going to feel too good. Shakes it off. Looks like he's going to be able to keep going. Always a good sign. Had a double earlier in this one. Gets the dap from Wincott. Now on a 2-1 count with 2 outs. Do the Canes test the hand on pitch 1? In a 2-1 with 2 outs. Runner on second and third. Comes back with a strike, evens it up to a piece. So my bad. I thought Bolton was on first. He's already on second. 2-2 with 2 outs for Irizarry. He'll step off. And we'll do it again. Oh. Steps off once more. Irizarry trying to get out of what's been a big inning for the Canes. Canes trying to keep it rolling. That one looks like it could stay in play. Irizarry at the line makes the catch for out number 3, but the Canes put 4 on the board and lead 4-1 as we enter the 5th here at home.
You've been there through it all, from first steps to new adventures, from major milestones to the smallest moments. You've been there every step of the way, supporting our dreams and celebrating our success.
Thank you for considering G-Force for your parking lot project. Each G-Force location is veteran-owned and uses the latest and greatest Graco state-of-the-art equipment with onboard computers and laser technologies for perfect results every time. We hope you'll choose G-Force for all your pavement marking needs.
Throw down from Johnson, as if you missed it. The Canes took the lead on a bunch of base knocks there to end the 4th. Started off by Grayson Austin, ended by Bolton Pritchard. As Jake Hart back on the mound, trying to keep his nice day rolling. Austin Holtze will be the first one up, 0 for 1 with a ground out. Playing right field tonight. Starts Holtze off with strike 1. Johnson looking for the frame, won't get it. What's been a big-time outing from the sophomore right-hander against a really good lineup. Back into the K-zone, 1 and 2. Hart looking for out number 1. Some Fury arms warming up in the pen. Misses low. Another nice block from Johnson. That's the pitch you wanted as he jumps up and points at 12. Lets him know that that's what we wanted. Want him to offer at it. 2-2 to Holtze. And that one's grounded to short. Right to Grayson Austin. Throw over in time, and that's a place you don't want to hit it to, is around 6. Yes, I believe we're at the point now where we're figuring out who is into the ball game at certain places, and Zach Madden playing second after the catcher thrown out earlier in the ball game. They had to make some defensive movements. Ground ball fouled away, evens it up 1 apiece. Madden came on earlier in this one as a courtesy runners. You see the Fury arms getting loose. Big swing and miss from Madden. Makes it 1-2. Hart looking for out number 2. Beautiful glove from 12. Delivery. Goes low. That one not blocked by Johnson, but doesn't matter in the context of things right now. 2-2 with 1 out. No one on here in the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss, blocked by Johnson. Throw down from 27 in time as Hart gets credited with the K here in the top of the 5th. I believe his second of the night. As now we're back to the top of the order. Carter Kelly, who's 1 for 2 with a ground out and a single. Looking for the outside corner. He gets the call. As the longer we go, the bigger the strike zone gets, I feel like. Nice block from Johnson. He ends up 1 apiece. One and 1. Max Whitfield would disagree. 2-1 here with 2 outs. Hart trying to even it back up. And he will. 2-2 with 2 outs on the board. Hart looking for his 3rd K of the game. And 12 stays alive. Just battling away. Hart will have to do it again on a 2-2. Delivery from 12. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for out number 3 as Hart is dealing here at home as we head to the bottom of the 5th here in Piedmont.
Are you looking for a brand new home in the Greenville, South Carolina area? With so many builders and communities, how can you be sure you will get the best deal? Realtor Glenn Klinger specializes in new home sales. Glenn is new home sales and residential construction certified and an expert in new homes in Greenville. So why take a chance on missing out on the perfect new home?
here in Piedmont. Canes lead 4-1. Words of Ethan Mayfield, I want to win. And I do too. Canes lead 4-1. They got a smile out of Mayfield on the top of the storage container to our left. Grayson Austin gets things started here in the bottom of the fifth. He got the party started in the fourth to score 4 with a leadoff double. And he slaps one in the left center. Center fielder trailing back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 1. But good signs for 6, and 2 big swings as Connor Johnson steps in. One out here in the bottom of the fifth. That one grabs the outside corner. Also didn't get a number on. It is 1. Colin Wampler. And is that one even more outside? Gets strike 2. And Wampler must know somebody. 0-2 delivery. Swing and miss from Johnson after back-to-back outside pitches. If you're Johnson, you're thinking, I gotta stay alive. But 1 comes in and gets back-to-back outs. And he'll be greeted with Cooper Sanders. Oh, big swinging. Barely tipped foul as he falls behind 0-1. Feel like everyone's kind of thinking the same thing. He's just been a little tick early tonight. As that one misses low. Nice take from 3-0. Evens it up 1 apiece. And if you make a mistake and 30 sits on it, it could leave. 1-1 delivery. Misses to make it 2-1. Big swing once again, evens it up 2 apiece. Can 30 find it here? 2-2, 2 outs. Punished into left center, but the center fielder comes up with 2 big plays. And the Canes go in order, up 4-1. As we head to the 6th with a Canes lead. Connor Johnson as the Canes trying to move quickly with Jay Court still on the mound. Lucas Cannon will get things started for the Fury. 1 for 2 tonight with a fly out and a double. As a sophomore right-hander has had a tad trouble early with a couple of guys on, but able to limit that to 1 in the top of the 2nd. And everything else has been kind of a breeze for 12. As that one finds a strike zone, and that's what's been the difference here of late, is grabbing that first pitch strike. As that one misses up, evens things at 1. Off-speed slap through the hole between Pritchard and Austin. And the Fury with something cooking to start off the top of the 6th. With a leadoff single from Cannon. Joey Rosari. 1 for 2 single and a fly out. Started the game on the mound for Fountain as well. Hart looking for a ground ball up the middle. Off-speed misses somewhere. Makes it 1-0. And that one slapped in the center. Carson Bryant doesn't really move, and he'll make the play for out number 1. My job. Austin trying to steal it from me.
I did not click that button.
Makes it 1 out, 1 on for Hart. DH Anderson Hayes will step in. Left-handed bat. Also puts D. Sewer on deck as well. Hayes 0 for 2 tonight. Strikeout to fly out. Misses away, makes it 1-0. Hart comes set, delivers. Off speed. Lifted up and out of play. I heard an uh-oh from Austin Tripp, like that ball is coming our way. Ball goes in the air and uh-oh is leaving someone's mouth. 1-1 with 1 out. Throw down from Johnson. Austin with a tag. Perfection from Connor Johnson. Another one hosed at second. As the senior with 2 gun downs at second tonight in big moments. As it looked like Fountain had got something started here in the 6th with a leadoff single, but now 2 outs, no one on, 1-1 count to Anderson Hayes. 2-1, I believe. That's what the ump behind the plate said. Board now says 1-2. We'll find out here. Hart delivers. As that one's grounded to first. Played perfectly from Sanders, and Hart gets out of it again. 4-1. The Canes lead headed to the bottom of the 6th. Canes 3 out away from taking down the number 1 team in 4A. Back here at home, Carson Bryant will try to get the party started and extend this lead. Max Whitfield behind him. Ty Youngblood in the hole at DH. Can the Canes extend it just a tad? First pitch misses up. Canes came in number 13th ranked RBI team as Bryant grabs a hold of that one, lifted into left fielder running out of room. Carson Bryant strikes in the bottom of the 6th. Canes lead by 4. Carson Bryant, what can't he do? He'll take the jog around third and be greeted by some Hurricanes at the plate. A game changer is what one has become. I think when it's all said and done, an all-timer, he will be in the blue and gold for multiple sports. Carson Bryant's like, I don't know how I did that, but it left. And you could feel it as it rose to the sky that the left fielder was going to run out of room as the Canes lead 5-1 now here in the bottom of the 6th. And the ump says no more of that. Max Whitfield's in the box. Everything is a strike. So Whitfield knows that. Swings at pitch number 2. Now falls behind 0-2. Man, that felt like Bryant just put an exclamation point on this one. That one misses low. Whitfield now at 1-2. Misses up. 2-2 to 4. Youngblood on deck. McCaffrey in the hole for the Canes. And Whitfield's worked it all the way back to 3-2. Swing and a miss from Whitfield as Wampler gets out of it for out number 1, and Youngblood will step into the box with one out here in the bottom of the 6th. Wampler starts him off with strike 1, trying to redeem himself after the leadoff tank from Bryant. Big swing and a miss from 20 as he falls behind 0-2. McCaffrey on deck here in the 6th. Youngblood right to the third baseman with a hot shot for out number 2. Aforementioned walks us in to CMC. Who's a part of that big 4-run 4th inning for the Canes. Fouled off from 5 as he falls behind 0-1. The Canes keep it going. Bolton Pritchard, of course, in the 9-hole tonight's had some big swings in the on-deck circle. That one runs low and evens it up 1-1. Caffrey will take that one with how tall the strike zone's been. 2-1 now with 2 outs. Now McCaffrey in full control, 3-1. As Pritchard took advantage of one earlier, almost jumped out of here with a jolt. Can McCaffrey grab himself one? As that one misses though. McCaffrey with a 5-pitch walk with 2 outs. will walk us into Bolton Pritchard playing third tonight. Blake Rowan will make his way to the mound. And what has been, let's say, interesting night for the Fury. It feels like the Canes have taken advantage of a lot of mistakes from the Fury infield tonight. But also, as we've seen, Carson Bryant's went deep. Grayson Austin with a leadoff double to get it started there in the fourth. A couple big swings that just kind of found a hole here and there in that big 4-run inning. And also it helps when Jake Hart has been as dominant as he's been to be a sophomore here tonight against a big-time Fury team. So here comes Bolt. Talked about it in that 3-1 earlier. Grabbed one, ripped it in the left. Thought it was going to get to the fence, but did not. First swings fouled into the mitt for strike one. Wampler comes set, 0-1 delivery. That one comes inside low, evens it up at 1 apiece. Chip Wincott, the leadoff man who got the game started with a single, stands on deck. Pick off move, not in time. Now that was a pickoff transition from Ethan Mayfield right there. Perfection. Over here from the 2-camera crew. Pritchard grabs a hold of that one into center. And the center fielder makes another big-time play for out number 3 as we head to the top of the 7th. Canes 3 outs away with the arm of Jake Hart headed back to the mound here in Piedmont. Here in Piedmont, Jake Hart, aforementioned sophomore right-hander, back on the mounds. Got 7 hits given up tonight, but of course the 1 run, 3 strikeouts on 69 pitches. Carson Bryant's home run measured from Google Maps at 360 or around there. As for the Fury, D. Subaru's got 2 doubles in his 2 for 2 tonight and has made the move to catcher early in this one. That one's fouled off for strike 1. And you gotta think it would be big for the confidence for Jake Hart as the Canes inch towards the playoffs as well. To have a guy like this and Austin Vinson be kind of a two-headed team headed into the 4A playoffs and what feels like anyone can win it. Emerald beating Westside right now, 7-4. That proves my point just a little bit more. Oh, his Hart misses closely and falls behind 3-1. But as I said, the region's just anyone can beat anybody on any given day. 3-1 delivery. Off-speed finds the strike zone and Hart runs it full. 3-2 delivery from Hart. Swing and a miss. Hart with a K is fourth of the night for out number 1. A sophomore, you can tell, locked in, got the smile. Smile leaves quickly. 1 out. Hart looking for 2 more. 0 for 1 fly out and a fielder's choice tonight for Dom Stopa. First ball grounded to short. Austin can't grab a diving effort, but Fountain Inn grabs some life here on the top of the 7th with 1 on, 1 out. Yeah, Nick Sadler steps in. A double RBI fly out. This is the part of the lineup earlier in this one that scored that 1 run. Sadler with that lone RBI. That one fouled behind us as Hart grabs that first strike. Oh, 1 as Hart comes set with 1 out. That one's knocked into right field. McCaffrey calls off Bryant for out number 2. Here in the top of the 7th, now Hart 1 out away from a big-time win over the number 1 team in 4A. Of course, based off of RPI. Two outs, Austin Holtze steps in. The Furies' last lifeline here in Piedmont. First pitch, strike for Hart. 4 strikeouts tonight, 8 hits. Looking for a complete game here in the top of the 7th. Looking for that outside corner and grabs it 0-2 as now the Canes can feel it with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. As Hart steps off, gives a chance for Randy to give out some instructions. As Hart 1 pitch away. 0-2. 12 comes set, delivers. Doesn't grab that outside corner, makes it 1-2. Off speed as that one's knocked behind us. What does 12 turn to try to cap this one off? Comes set delivery. Gets behind Johnson. Throw down to second. Nice pick from Grayson, who's that will advance the runner. And evens things up at 2 apiece. Holtze playing right tonight. 0 for 1, 2-2 as Hart comes set. As that one slapped in the right, that'll get down as McCaffrey comes up firing. No one will come home. Nice throw from 5. That'll keep him at the corners with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. And walks us into Zach Madden, who's checked in early in this one. Was also a courtesy runner. Hart looking for 1 more. Misses up as Madden grabs a 1-0 advantage. Misses low and away as Madden jumps ahead 2-0. Carter Kelly And the on-deck circle would be the Furies' leadoff man. That one misses up, and now Madden in total control at 3-0. Fury trying to create their own rally. Canes will take a second as Wincop has a chat with his buddy Jay Carr. I believe Shep also a sophomore or a junior. Thinking sophomore after he was quarterback a year ago. 3-0. Delivered from Hart as he attacks with a strike. So nice chit-chat from 2. Can he come all the way back from 3-0? Swing and a miss, 3-2. And this is the moment you dream of as a kid. 3-2, 2 outs. Runners on the corner. Top of the 7th. Ground ball to third. Pritchard picks it cleanly. Throw over in time as the Canes win it and upset the number 1 team in 4A. 5-1. 9 hits for the Fury. 8 for the Canes. One of them being the big fly from Carson Bryant. As they'll shake hands at home plate. We thank you for tuning in. Ethan Mayfield on the camera. Blake Miller doing play-by-play. Austin Tripp on the 1s and 2s right here on the Wren Broadcast Network. Canes win 5-1 over the number 1 team in 4A. And as always, it's great to be a Cane. Thanks for listening right here on the Wren Broadcast Network.